Buckle up, because this story opens with a reunion nobody believed would ever happen. Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Tank Davis, once divided by ego, money, and public shots, are suddenly back together. The timing alone feels suspicious. This isn't nostalgia. This is pressure. The cameras catch smiles, but the tension underneath is real. This reunion isn't about training alone. It's about reputation, control, and survival in a sport that moves on fast. One wrong move here changes everything.
I must say this, the most exciting fighter that's acting and fighting in boxing right now is Gervonta Tank Davis. When Gervonta Tank Davis go out there and fight, he reminds me of Pretty Boy Floyd. Because Pretty Boy Floyd, you couldn't go get no popcorn. You couldn't go get no soda. You couldn't go get no candy. You don't want to miss nothing.
Before the fallout, it's important to remember how deep this bond once ran. Floyd didn't just sign Tank, he discovered him. He molded his style, guided his rise, and positioned him as boxing's next superstar. When Floyd compares Tank to his own Pretty Boy era, that's legacy talk. That's ownership. Tank wasn't just a fighter under Floyd, he was the future Floyd believed would carry the torch. Losing that bond meant losing protection, direction, and identity.
He the one told Frank that I was running at 7 o'clock in the morning, Friday. He told Frank that. He was giving Frank tips and stuff like that. But I knew for sure that wasn't going to be enough to beat me. It's cool. It's all right. I don't really think too much of it. He's not going to hurt me. You know what I mean? So it's good to beef with him than be cool with him because he can do some crazy stuff. He'll put you in bad situations.
Here's where the cracks turned into fractures. Tank began feeling boxed in, believing Floyd was holding him back financially and strategically. Floyd, on the other hand, saw Tank as ungrateful and reckless. What started as frustration turned into resentment. The respect faded. Conversations became confrontations. This wasn't business anymore. It was ego versus authority. And once pride enters the picture, especially between mentor and student, reconciliation becomes almost impossible.
When I say certain things, they say, oh, he's hating. There's no different from when I talked about the thing with Gervonta, for instance. When I said that I need all fighters. I said I need all the young fighters that's making money in the sport of boxing. What I need you guys to do is do this. Brother, it's Chrome Heart, Gucci, Louis, Mercedes. We need to take our money and invest in real estate so that we can live that same great life when our careers are over. So I guess that he took it as, I guess he's the only one that wears Chrome Heart. He's the only one that wears Gucci. He's the only one that wears Louis Vuitton. He's the only one that drives a Mercedes. And last time I checked, we got fighters all around the world that wear top flight clothes that make.
Once this beef hit the public, there was no damage control. Interviews turned into sneak disses. Social media became a battleground. Floyd's advice about money and investments landed like a direct shot at Tank's lifestyle. Tank didn't hear guidance, he heard judgment. Perception mattered more than intent. At this stage, neither man was really listening anymore. They were talking past each other, letting fans and narratives fuel the fire.
Set you off that you was like, I gotta do that.
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause I feel like y'all got, I wouldn't say love hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of the
deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing.
This is exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal.
Yeah.
Tank don't cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
You'll see. It's gonna come out.
This moment marks a dangerous shift. Tank openly claims he's already surpassed Floyd with a bigger deal on the way. That's not confidence, that's defiance. In boxing culture, saying you passed your mentor is a line you don't cross lightly. This was Tank stepping fully out of Floyd's shadow. He wasn't asking for approval anymore. He was announcing independence. From this moment on, everything between them became a competition, not a conversation.
Actually, when he came to the gym, and it was a day before Adrian Broner was fighting Sean Porter. Right after the weigh-in, we went over to the gym because he wanted to see Tank box Devin Haney. You know, Devin Haney was in good shape. Tank wasn't in good shape, but they worked. And it was some crazy work. And just with him and Devin working, it was crazy, entertaining work at that particular time. So I said, you know what?
Then the internet explodes. Training footage leaks, and Floyd is suddenly back in Tank's corner. No build-up, no announcement, just visuals that shock the boxing world. Floyd calling Tank family changes the entire narrative instantly. Years of bitterness collapse into one sentence. Fans don't know what to believe anymore. Is this genuine reconciliation, strategic alliance, or temporary necessity? Whatever it is, the reunion feels bigger than boxing alone.
It's kind of weird because Jake Paul is extremely bigger than Tank, and I mean, but with it being a exhibition, it makes sense. It's fine. He got a big name that he's going to be fighting, but I mean, it really makes no sense because he's going to be weighing over 200 and some pounds. Tank's going to probably be weighing maybe at the most 147, 150. So I don't even understand why the fight is happening.
This is where the Jake Paul fight stops looking like a joke. Floyd's presence changes everything. Floyd doesn't waste time, and he doesn't attach himself to embarrassment. If he's here, it's because he sees danger. This signals preparation, not entertainment. The fight suddenly feels calculated instead of chaotic. When Floyd gets involved, it's never accidental. It's about control, optics, and winning before the bell even rings.
A good circus show fight, and you know, he said he was going to retire. I believe him.
Why do you say he's a circus show fight?
It's just for and giggles. Jake Paul's 200 pounds, and he's whatever he is. So.
Spoke to Roberto Diaz over in Florida, and I know he's part of your team. He was a little bit upset when all that news came out. He called it a duck. Would you call it a duck?
For sure. You can call it a spade, for sure. You know, if we're contracted to fight and you go and take another fight, you breach that contract, you go take another fight, that's a clear duck. I mean, obviously. So.
The backlash hits instantly. Hardcore fans feel betrayed. Old school fighters are furious. Promoters quietly smile. Tank was supposed to be the future of boxing, not part of a viral spectacle. To purists, this fight feels like disrespect to the sport. To business minds, it's inevitable. This division exposes boxing's biggest identity crisis. Is the sport about legacy anymore, or is it about attention, views, and money?
Gervonta Davis went to go somewhere in the pound for pound. Anui deserved to be in the pound for pound? Absolutely. Do Terrence Crawford deserve to be in the pound for pound? Absolutely. But what about Gervonta Tank Davis? He deserved to be somewhere also in the pound for pound.
Why don't they give him that credit?
Because he was affiliated with me.
The size difference pours gasoline on the fire. Jake Paul outweighs Tank by an absurd margin. Boxing commissions refuse to sanction it. On paper, it makes no sense. But logic doesn't sell tickets anymore. Chaos does. Netflix understands this perfectly. The more people call it ridiculous, the more it spreads. This fight exists because outrage is profitable, and disbelief is the marketing engine.
The exhibition match with Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis. What's your thoughts on that? Just overall, do you feel like Gervonta Davis is more checked out than being checked in boxing right now?
¿Sentís que Gervonta Davis está más desenganchado del boxeo que enganchado con el boxeo, considerando lo que aceptó con Jake Paul?
Sí, totalmente.
Now the word circus starts flying. Critics accuse Tank of ducking real competition. Supporters argue it's just business. Floyd's past spectacle fights suddenly become part of the debate. The difference is timing. Floyd took these fights after cementing his legacy. Tank is doing it while his story is unfinished. That distinction matters. This fight could redefine how Tank is remembered, not just how much he gets paid.
I don't think Tank cares about what it does for the sport. I think, and I get it, like I was very open and honest with my last fight and the things around it. Tried not to be before because I didn't want anyone to, you know, not be excited for what was a good fight on paper, definitely. But when you kind of lose that love for the craft and the discipline, and getting in the ring don't mean as much as it did when you was growing up and on the way up. I've kind of seen that in Tank. Now, he had a hard fight against Lamont Roach Jr. and that might have been a part of it. Like, wow, man, this is getting hard against fighters that I think I'm levels above, and turned out on the night that I wasn't. And not only that, with prize fighters, I hope, for the little people of the world, I hope Jake Paul gets absolutely starched by someone nearly half his size.
This is where concern replaces criticism. Tank's draw with Lamont Roach shook his aura. For the first time, he looked human. Confidence dipped. Discipline was questioned. Insiders noticed a loss of hunger. When a fighter starts questioning the grind, power alone can't save him. This moment exposes Tank's internal battle, not just his performance. It's no longer about opponents. It's about motivation.
Everybody keep asking me, why you not coming back to fight? Why you not coming back to fight? So I look at the fight game. I said, okay. I said, you know, fighters fighting, they make 3 million, 4 million, 6 million, 7 million. Some may make 10 or 20 million. But I'm doing exhibitions and I'm making 20, 25 million, 100 million for exhibitions. So why would I come back and fight and get a guaranteed 35 million when I'm doing exhibitions and getting 100 million?
Then Jake Paul crosses the line. Mocking Tank's size, clowning his image, and daring him publicly. That's all it takes. Tank snaps. He accepts instantly, no pause, no team discussion. This wasn't strategy. This was pride. A reaction driven by ego, not planning. Moments like this define careers. Sometimes they ignite greatness. Other times, they accelerate collapse.
He's still fighting exhibitions.
Yeah, I know. He's
That's an
fighting
option.
Tyson.
Yeah. What do you think of that one?
Tyson was a great fighter. I understand it. But Tyson's 60, bro.
Yeah.
Floyd is what, 40, 46?
Right.
45? Tells you everything right there. Bro. I'm
He's-
not saying that you are, but I'm saying it's a time for this. How about somebody dies in the ring? You think Floyd really gonna hit Tyson?
I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. You know,
Oh, you think
you
he's
look
gonna
at Jake versus Mike.
What he did? What he did?
And,
What Jake did?
Jake has
He was scared to hit
admitted.
him.
Jake has admitted that
Yeah,
he
he's
took it
scared to
easy.
hit him because he didn't want to hurt him. He would have been the most hated guy in the world.
Yeah. No, for sure.
He would have hit that. He's white too. He made it seem like he's racist.
But it seems like
Floyd steps back in as the chaos manager. He's lived through this pressure. He's been the villain, the draw, and the target. Floyd understands spectacle better than anyone. His return isn't emotional, it's calculated. He knows how to navigate fights where credibility is questioned. If Tank is going to walk into this storm, Floyd wants him armored with experience, not impulse.
It's Floyd Mayweather versus Mike Tyson in an exhibition bout in 2026.
I don't know what to say anymore. This whole thing is a big sell, and it's an exhibition, and you're going to get hoodwinked again, and they're going to move around, and nobody's going to get hurt. And that's the state of boxing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can reference, well, they've had bad blood in the past. Cool. One of them is 50 years old. He's 48, but we'll just say 50. Floyd is 50 years old. Mike Tyson is 60 years old. This isn't your normal 50 and 60-year-old. This is a very weathered, hard miles, 50 and 60-year-old fighting for your entertainment. I have no desire to watch it.
Floyd's advice here is everything. Don't fight mad, fight smart. That's the blueprint. He's not teaching Tank to overpower Jake Paul. He's teaching him to expose him. This is about timing, patience, and embarrassment. Floyd believes humiliation lasts longer than knockouts. If Tank follows this plan, the result won't just be a win. It'll be a statement.
Ending this interview.
Number one, and the only one that he got at top is Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Terrence Crawford is this generation guy. You know what I'm saying? Accomplishing all the goals that he accomplished.
Matched up? How do they match up, Floyd and Terrence?
Hey, I'm like this, man. It's going to be great because Floyd, he's about his work. He put in work. We've been watching it for decades. You know what I'm saying? Him coming out of retirement to do this fight, that's a win for the whole world of boxing. Every generation from Floyd's generation to this generation didn't get to see it come. That's just like we never get to see Michael Jordan play, right? But we remember when he used to play. Come on. So,
just when it couldn't get stranger, Floyd announces an exhibition with Mike Tyson. The internet melts down. Two legends, far past their primes, selling nostalgia as spectacle. Fans argue about safety, credibility, and sanity. But this moment forces a realization. Boxing hasn't died. It's transformed. The rules of relevance have changed, and Floyd is still playing the game better than anyone.
What's your dream fight card?
Dream fight card?
Anybody.
So there's a couple fights on there. Me versus Floyd.
Okay. Okay. All right. We'll leave it at that.
This is the ideological split. Fighters like Crawford chase belts, history, and legacy. Floyd chases control, visibility, and leverage. Neither approach is accidental. Floyd mastered boxing as a business, not just a sport. That's why he's still central to conversations long after retirement. He doesn't need titles anymore. He needs attention, and he knows exactly how to command it.
Can we still expect to see any of those fights in the future, though?
And y'all keep talking about fighting somebody. Didn't he just have a fight? Didn't he just have a fight? And what happened? What happened? What happened? He won, right? But how you look in it? Exactly. But y'all say some different shit when it's me, right? Cause y'all want me to lose. When y'all see people in that limelight too long, they want to take that they want somebody else to come take that spot. That's why it's always like, come on, bro. That's what happened with Floyd. Y'all seen him too much, and once y'all seen him so much, y'all start hating on it. Like it turned from love to hate.
This is Tank's lowest point. Legal issues, distractions, weight problems, and that damaging draw all pile up. Floyd once warned him about chasing attention over achievement. Now Tank stands at that exact crossroads. The irony is painful. He followed the blueprint but skipped the discipline. This doesn't feel like mockery. It feels like a cautionary tale unfolding in real time.
Mayweather is happening. What the f is going on? This is where boxing is in 2025. And listen, I'm not going to complain because I understand the layout of things. We already had Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. We have Jake Paul, Gervonta Tank Davis. This feels like the Temu version of it. And that sounds crazy because we have two of the greatest of all time about to participate in this, but both of them are about 30 years past their sell-by date in an exhibition bout in which their weights will be 60 to 70 to 80 pounds different. If you got on board with Jake and Mike, it was because at least they were going to weigh the same. I don't even know what to think. Someone on Twitter said it perfectly. Either everybody in the world is going to want to watch this or 10,000 people will watch it. Probably both men want a shit ton of money and they're being promised a shit ton of money, but it's happened.
This is where everything comes to a head. If Tank dominates, he reclaims respect and resets his legacy. If he loses, the damage is irreversible. Jake Paul becomes the face of boxing's entertainment era. Floyd's reputation takes another hit. This fight isn't about belts. It's about identity, credibility, and control. Drop your predictions, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video. Paul Fight.